Going over to question 18, we're being asked for the tan of 92 pi over 3. When an angle has pi in it, then you know that it's in radians as opposed to degrees. Now, for those of us who don't know what radians are, degrees and radians are two ways of talking about the same thing. The conversion is that pi radians is the same thing, is equivalent to 180 degrees. Now, when you're dealing with unit conversions, which we will be doing on other questions, you can multiply any number you want by pi radians over 180 degrees or by 180 degrees over pi radians. And that's because since those two things are equal to one another, then we're talking about fractions with equal numerators and denominators, and they're therefore equal to the number 1. So if I multiply anything I want by pi radians over 180 degrees, I'm actually multiplying it by the number 1, and therefore we can use that for unit conversions. But we'll talk about that a lot more later. So here, all you need to know is that because it has a pi in it, there's an angle being described in terms of pi. That means we're in the language of radians. So you can go over to your graphing calculator. Now, we're of the opinion that everyone should go into their digital SAT with a graphing calculator, even though it's a little expensive. And there are certain things that Desmos is better for and certain things that the graphing calculator is better for. But this, in my opinion, is better done on your graphing calculator, and you have to be in radian mode. So make sure you know how to switch your graphing calculator back and forth between degree and radian mode. And then you can go ahead and just type in your calculator tan of 92 pi over 3, and it will spit out negative 1.732 and some further decimals, which, by the way, is equivalent to negative radical 3. And that'll be our answer. Now, one more thing. Whenever you put your calculator into radian mode, make sure to switch it back because you're only using radians once in a blue moon, but you're using degrees all the time. So a common way to lose points is for someone's calculator to be in radian mode and for the student not to realize that that's happening. So just be a little careful with that. But the answer here is A.